Hud's trying out a new backpack today.
All ready for the trip.
Got a fanny on.
Because I got my man fanny pack on.
A manny.
My manny pack.
We only saw 38 of America's 61 national parks during our trip, but in our mind, the state with the best national parks is Utah. We began our time in Utah at Zion National Park.
Hi, have fun. Woo! Into Zion in the slingshot.
Not only is Zion absolutely beautiful, but it also has some of the most well-known hikes in America. The hike we were most excited and scared about was Angel's Landing, which was probably the most dangerous hike of our trip. But before we got to Zion, we had a bit of an issue.
Our tire just blew. Out here getting our tire fixed.
Kick it!
Once we finally got to the national park, we figured we should start with a little bit of an easier hike.
We got our shoes on and we are ready to conquer the Narrows.
We chose one called the Narrows, and what's unique about this hike is that most of it is in water.
We are on the trail to the Narrows.
Woo! Got my logging stick.
Hopefully it's not too cold. It's supposed to get to be 106 today, but it's really shady here. And the water's normal spring water, I think, so it'll probably be a little chilly. We're taking bets of, we hear different things that this time of year you're only going to get ankle high, but then the park ranger said that you will be swimming, but I don't know how far back it gets if it's that deep. I think it'll go right up to my thigh. Alright, first step in. Oh! I still haven't technically felt it.
This ended up being one of my favorite hikes of our trip.
Woo! She's doing it. Wall Street, eating lunch in the Narrows with a lot of chipmunks around. I don't know what I'm doing. We're in the canyon. Hey, what does this look like?
A few days later, we decided it was time for Angel's Landing. Now, Hud had done this hike as a teenager, but I knew he was kind of downplaying to me how scary it was, and I was feeling pretty nervous going into it.
Right now it's about 5:20 in the morning and we're about to go do Angel's Landing. I did the hike a number of years ago when I was about 16, and at the end it does get pretty steep and there are a bunch of drop-offs. But Em's heard a lot about the hike and I think she's kind of psyched herself out for it. But regardless if she makes it to the top or not, I definitely think she's pretty crazy for waking up and only getting 4 hours of sleep and climbing up the side of the cliff with me. And we'll see. These are our first couple of steps on our ascent up.
I must say it's not too bad so far. Hud's trying out a new backpack today.
All ready for the trip.
Got a fanny on.
Because I got my man fanny pack on.
A manny.
My manny pack.
Do not attempt this if you are out of shape or if you have a fear of heights.
I'm not a big fan of heights, especially when I'm not harnessed in and there's an actual chance of falling. I told myself I at least had to do the first part of the hike.
Going on for the ascent up to there.
And see how I felt when we got to the part with the really steep drop-offs.
My predictions of how the hike is gonna go. I think that there won't be too many people out on the trail still in the morning, so we'll make pretty good time. We made a little bit of progress from down there, but still got that much more to go.
It's not like quite as tall from right here, but I feel like I'm gonna change my mind on that once we get up there.
Up until we get to all the switchbacks, and then at that point we would be climbing up the hill for a while, and I tired. Progress report. So far, went from down there all the way up and made it to here.
According to Wikipedia, Walter's Wiggles, a series of 21 steep switchbacks, are the last hurdle before Scout Lookout.
And then once we make it to the part right before the chains, the toughest part of the hike, I think that she'll stop for a little bit and say we're high up, but she'll probably want to try it and push through for the first part of the chains. Made it to the first point.
This is Angel's Landing. We are gonna do it.
But then the chains get through one area, and there's kind of like the decision of, do I keep going or do I turn around at that point? So I think that at that point, she'll probably try, stop and think for a little bit. And I really don't know if she'll continue on after that or not. So we made it to the part of the chains of Angel's Landing. Did a little bit so far.
I thought that was really difficult already, so I'm really nervous.
Is it right there? What we just did is like slanted. From here on out, it's up, but it's all flat. So we got like probably a little over a quarter of a mile, and this is our path. Just hold on to the chains. You're good.
Scout Lookout is generally the turnaround point for those who are unwilling to make the final summit push to the top of Angel's Landing. And that is exactly what happened to me.
I gave up. I tried to go and I just couldn't do it. So now I'm gonna watch Hud. The line. That. Made it this far and wanted to make it the whole way, but just it's too scary looking over the edge.
Glad I did the first part of the hike and that I knew my limits, but super proud of Hud for making it the whole way.
He's way brave. Way, way, way braver than I am.
Good views up here, and this is what I still gotta do.
You did it!
Zion was our favorite national park in Utah, but we also really loved Bryce and Arches National Park.
There's the RV.
This morning we are in Arches.
We are going on a sunrise hike to Delegate Arch, which is the one that's on the license plates for Utah.
So we woke up about 6:15 this morning. We boondocked not too far away, drove in, it got down to about 20 last night. Started out with a ton of layers of clothes, broke out our gloves, and we're not even like 30 minutes in, and we're already taking all of our stuff off.
We're coming around the corner to Delegate Arch. Whoa!
We're at Arches. Yeah, awesome view.
Unfortunately, we missed out on Capitol Reef and Canyonlands National Parks because of an RV appointment we were headed to in Salt Lake City. But we'd love to make it back to Utah someday and explore more of one of the most beautiful states in America.
So we're here in our RV and just waiting it out and watching the sky light up.
Its horns look so fake. Hi, little buddy. Be careful.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing.